All right, so here we go. We have Bitcoin here, and we are going to talk about what happens next. So, once again, you add your multi crossover, lets you know to go short. Once you cracked above this 21 and this 50, that's when the uptrend started. Higher highs, higher lows. Still made a higher high here, barely, but we have. So, we're going to find out whether we come back down and retest that 21, make a higher high or a higher low and resume up, or we front run the 21 and go up from here. So let's go check. And your moving averages 21 crossed your 100, 50 crossed your 100. So it looks like we could be having some sort of a multi crossover here. If that 21 can cross that 200 and these moving averages start to fan out, we could have quite the uptrend here. We are on the 1 hour, by the way. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna find out whether this uptrend is gonna continue and we can get up to 18K. So let's check your momentum oscillators, one being your RSI, two being your MACD right here. So right now your RSI is in the upper neutral median zone. Did cross your signal line to the downside, so we need to get back above that signal line and this last high on the RSI in order to keep that bullish momentum. So the thing is right now you do have bearish divergence, but that's kind of what led you down with this red candle right here, which makes me think we might come down and test the 21, but we'll find out. I do have an alert set here. You can kind of guess what I'd be doing, maybe for a short scalp. But I have not decided on that yet, so don't just trade blindly. It really depends on the market conditions. So your MACD looks like you're coming back down, had a fresh cross to the downside. Negative momentum's pretty stable right now. You are below your signal line. Sorry about that. Excuse me. So if you do break your 21, you're probably going to come down to your 50. Your 50 is where you need to stay above in order to make a higher low. You could get a wick down to here and still be in good shape, but we're going to find out. All right, so your volatility measurement here, which is your BBWP, did cross its moving average to the downside. We're still being held down by the moving average, both having a negative slope and being in the lower zone now. So are we going to go sideways a little bit here and consolidate around the 200? So right now we are testing the 200. We need to get back above there at 16,483 is basically where we are right now. All right, so if we do hit the 21 and continue to the upside or continue to the upside from here and break this last high on a 1 hour closure at 16,600, 16,700 is the level we need to get above. If we can break that on a 1 hour closure, I think 18K is in the cards. All right, so into the downside, if we break the 50 and the 100 here at about 16,270, I would expect us to come all the way back down to these lows and for this to be a bull trap at about 15,600. And then probably even lower at that point. So we need to stay above these moving averages right now in order to remain bullish. Let's go to the 4 hour. You're on your 4 hour being held up by the 21, being held down by the 50. So right now we're squeezed in between these two moving averages. Your RSI is working its way up. We are above the signal line in the upper neutral median zone. So looking pretty decent there. MACD is trying to get that fresh cross to the upside of that zero line. Your positive momentum's waning a bit. So we need to keep that strong upside curvature in order to remain bullish. BBWP is high. Still above your moving average, but it looks like you could cross down here. Dowdy's working. You got to go play for a minute. So we are sorry about this. Very sorry. You got to go play. No, you got to go play. I'm working. All right, so sorry about that once again. Ask your mom. Okay, so once again, I apologize. BBWP, if we do cross to the downside, we could go sideways here for a bit, being squeezed by the 50 and the 21. So, buddy, you got to go play. All right, so if we can break the 100 at 17K, like I said, I think we're going to go to 18K, but honestly, if we can just break 16,700, I think we do get a small rejection at the 17K mark, wherever this 100 is lying at that time, and then work our way up. All right, so let's go back down to the 1 hour, refer back to the bullish and bearish cases. Bullish cases that you get back above 16,700 on a 1 hour closure. We need to close above there. Bearish cases that you close below 16,250, I would say. 16,250, and I would expect this to be one massive bull trap, and I would expect this to go all the way back down to 15,600. All right, so if you guys are liking this video so far, like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the links in the description below, one being the Discord. A lot of good conversation about crypto trading, investing. We share trades there, talk about these moves before they happen. We stay ahead of this market collectively. Also, we have an AMA and a conference call going on this Sunday at 6 p.m. EST. Definitely join that. There's going to be a lot of good value coming out of that conference call. We're going to talk about trading strategies, trading philosophy. We're going to talk about macro analysis, trying to figure out where this bottom is. And we're going to talk about current events. All right, so definitely join that. Let's move on to Ethereum. Ethereum, pretty similar story right here. 50's trying to cross the 100. Basically, you need to watch Bitcoin right now because that's going to decide which way this market goes. As you see, Ethereum's pretty much following Bitcoin, being held down by the 200, being held up by the 21. So if you do get this crossover of the 50 and the 100 and they start to fan out, that's going to look good. Right now, your RSI is in the upper neutral median zone, trying to get back above that signal line. If we can break this last high on the RSI, I would expect us to enter the bullish control zone. Now, whether we stay in there or not is another story. We need to break the 200 at 11. By the time you'd get up there, it'd probably be at about 1182. 1183 I would like to see. So even at the top of this wick, actually, 1190. If you can break 1190, I think you get a small rejection from this POC on the VPVR, which is here to your right, which measures horizontal volume at a certain price level, basically right at 1207. So if I would expect a small rejection from there, but ultimately I think we would get back up to the bottom of this red zone at 1220. All right, so your MACD right here, pretty fresh cross to the downside, but your negative momentum is starting to wane. So was this just a little pullback, you know, due to, and the thing is, we have made a, hold on here. All right, so we got the closure is 1173.85. Closure 1173.93. 1173.90. So we do have a lower high. Barely. I mean, by cents. So I really wouldn't think too much into that. I mean, we still haven't really, actually, we have not confirmed a high yet. I didn't notice that. We have not confirmed a high yet. So we still have a chance to make a higher high here, maybe come up to the 200 at 1180. If we can do that, I think we do come up to this POC, but we need to break this 200. All right, so your BBWP in the lower zone, both having a negative slope. I mean, it's starting to look like we could consolidate here for a while until we break this last wick at 1190. It's really just going sideways. If you break the 50 and the 100, that ain't going to look good at 1145. I would expect us to come all the way back down to 1180 or 1080, and honestly, $1,000, probably even lower. That probably means we're breaking down, and this was the last bull trap and bear market rally. Let's see how much we got here from wick to wick. So on Ethereum, we basically got a almost 11% move, which ain't much to speak about, but it's something. It was a good opportunity. All right, so let's move on to Solana. Solana now has had quite the day. 14% up right now. All your major moving averages have positive slopes. 200 starting to curl around. You did have the fan out confirmation. I still think we go up from here. Honestly, we're probably going to get up to $15 and then find out where we're at. Right now, we are in the bullish control zone on the RSI above your signal line. MACD, fresh cross, fresh retest and cross to the upside. Strong momentum right now. BBWP, so volatility is still expanding. BBWP still has an upper slope. Your moving average is just getting an upper slope. So we could have a little room to run here. Bullish case is that we break this last wick at $14.50, and then $15 is the next stop. If we break $15, $16.20 is the next stop. All right, bearish case. Bearish case is that we break the 100. Honestly, even if we break the 50 at 12.75, I would expect us to break this 100, come back down to these lows at $11, and then probably go to 8. All right, so pretty short update today. Pretty clear-cut market. So just stay nimble. Watch these videos. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Turn on those bell notifications so you get notified with this time-sensitive content I put out every day. We stay ahead of this market together, and let's continue to show our support to the channel. I wish everyone very well, and I will see you tomorrow.